Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren and this is Cosplaygirlbudgets, and today we are doing a review of 2023 financially as well as moving into 2024 with what I have to use this year and how the budget's going to be looking and what envelope I still have in my binder and whatnot. So let's hop into it. If you know by now, this is the book that I was using for my 2023 financial budget planner. This is an Erin Condren planner. I believe it's like a monthly one, and I decorated it with stickers and whatnot. So I'm just gonna do like a really short review of 2023 because this video is really going to focus on 2024 and my setup and my goals for the new year. And by the way, Happy New Year to everyone out there. So we are going to have just like a little tea chat here, a little flip through my months here. I will probably put a close-up on the screen for you guys. January, I did a no spend month and I was very successful, and I did save quite a bit in that month. So it was a good month. I did realize that where I wanted to spend my money on was more of like events with family, and I started to realize that I really value travel and whatnot. So that's how my January went. That's how the beginning of the year started. I will kind of skip through quite a bit. February is pretty normal. The most money I spent in there was for Katsucon, and that's usually always a convention that I go to for my cosplay. But I was still doing really well at saving and whatnot. So March is always usually like a slow month for me. And after March, everything kind of picks up in terms of spending, because in April you have Easter, and then May is my birthday. June, July, and August are all summer months where I just want to travel and go out with people. So I was doing very well with my savings, and I was saving for a 6-month ahead fund, and at this point in time I was saving up to move in with my boyfriend. We were planning to move in with one another after he had graduated. So he did graduate in May, and we were kind of just waiting for him to find a job and whatnot. But in August, a lot did change in terms of my plans, because I decided to break up with my boyfriend of 6 years, which was a very, very difficult decision to do, because I guess I was really forced to look on our whole relationship, knowing that we would possibly move to a different state, which I was completely fine with. But I just wanted to be completely secure in my relationship, that it was going to progress to marriage and a family. I really do want children, and I really want to keep traveling throughout the world. I think that's like the biggest thing that really lights me on fire. Like, I love travel. I love seeing different cultures, and I love just being out and exploring nature. So yeah, that's why I decided to break up with my boyfriend, because he did not want children and was still very undecided about them, and I just can't wait anymore, I guess. And there was other factors, but yeah, that's a major one. I really want to exploit my whole relationship online, but that is just like a major factor for me, that I really want a family and I want to travel, and we just didn't really connect on that aspect. So I decided to break up with my boyfriend in August, beginning of September. At the same time, my mom left to move to Florida with her boyfriend, so I needed to find a place, and really, really quickly. And that's why I ended up in the place that I am in today. And the rent is higher than I expected to pay, but it's at least a roof over my head, and it allowed for Enzo to be here with me. So that's why I really just stayed with this place instead of trying to look for other places that were going to be a little bit cheaper. Like, I could still afford it. It's just that now I don't have as much extras as I had in the past half of the year. I did help out a family member quite a bit, and now all that money I saved in the beginning half of the year, which was probably over $5,000, that all went to helping them. So they will be paying me back, so I will have that in 2024 to help me with some credit card debt. But I did spiral a lot in October and November, and a little bit in December, just like buying a lot online and going out a lot with friends and just trying to find myself again. So I did not really budget out anything, and that's why I'm a little bit more in debt than I anticipated after trying to whittle it down a lot at the beginning of the year. So I will definitely go into a debt confession at some point. I just don't want to make this video super long, which it might already be like super long, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so that's kind of like what happened in 2023. I broke up with a boyfriend. I moved into a new place that is a little bit more expensive than I anticipated, but it was the only option I had in terms of moving in with my dog. So here we are. I'm just thankful to have a place over my head at this point in time, and we're gonna work really hard in 2024 to try and squash some credit cards, as well as I am actually thinking about relocating out of New York to a different state, just because New York is just like really expensive for one person. Maybe if I had stayed with my roommates, it would be a different story, but I moved out of that place because my intention was to move in with my boyfriend. So now we're at a different point, and that's okay. Like, maybe it is a good thing that I am by myself. I get to like learn how to be just with me. So yeah, that kind of wraps up my 2023. I am definitely in more debt than I started in the beginning of the year, plus student loans are back, and yeah, and I have my car payment. But anyway, we'll get into that at a different point in time. But right now we're going to go into what I'm using for 2024, as well as what planner I'm using, my goals for the year, and let's get into it. All right, so we are in a different little view here because it is time to show you what I'm using for 2024. And I'm very excited to be back and cash stuffing and getting out of debt instead of making debt. It's definitely going to be a bit of a mindset shift for me this year because the past 3 months, like I said, I was spending all of the money and not caring how much money I was putting on my credit cards. And yeah, so we will definitely do a debt confession of like where my finances are at now. But for now, we are going to go over the tools and the goals that I have for 2024, and let's get into it. So for my planner this year, I'm using this beautiful pastel binder. It's a B5 binder from this shop called Honeybee. Wow, I should have looked it up. I think it's called Honeybee Shop, but I will definitely put it on the screen. And this is so beautiful. It actually has like a pocket here that extends all the way to the other side. And yeah, I'm just very excited to have a little bit of a smaller planner. I did really like the Erin Condren one, but when I saw this, I was just like, oh, this would be so fun to use as my budget planner this year. I put just some stickers here from Carla May just to dress it up, and I also have my gas stickers here. I plan to put more functional stickers in here that I'm going to be using as the time progresses. So basically this planner is a blank one, and so I don't really have anything here. I'm planning to make this a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I'm thinking about making this sheet here a yearly overview of like how my expenses were that month, just so that I have one page to go to look at how much I spent that month, how much I spent that month, how much my bills were that month, and also how much I saved. So that's what I think I'm going to do with this spread here. But we are going to go into my other setup. This is my monthly budget, and this is like my tracking for my sinking funds, travel binder, and my debt. So you can kind of see a little bit of like where I'm at right now, but I will definitely go into it in more detail in another video. This is my monthly budget here. So I have rent, I have my credit cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4 credit cards paying off now. My student loan, my car payment. NYSEG is my electric and gas, my cell phone, my car insurance, and my internet, which is Spectrum. So all of that equals $2,886.72 for all of my bills. So that's basically like most of my paycheck for the month. So a good portion of my income goes to bills at the moment, but I am going to change that somehow. And then I have my weekly expenses, which is groceries, gas, and now it's just personal. And then my sinking funds are all here, which I'll definitely go into once I open my binders. And then we have my monthly spread here. I love doing all the stickers from Carla May, but I'm gonna have to kind of cut my sticker love purchases out for a little while until I can get my finances in order. It sucks because it's like a hobby of mine, but it is not necessary to decorate my planner. But I do have like some random stickers here just to give it a little happiness in the binder so it's not so plain. But yeah, so I have everything set up here. I think next time though I'm not going to use permanent marker because it shows through the other side, so I'll have to find like a different marker. Maybe I'll use colored pencil. But basically I'm using this to plan out where all of my bills are being at and like what bills need to be paid and during each payday. So that's what this is being used for. And then I do have, since this is not like an official budget planner, it's just like a planner in general, I do have a lot of these pages where it's Monday through Sunday. And I'm thinking about putting, instead of trying to fit all of my daily like expenses like how I did last year in the calendar view, I think I'm going to go in each week and write down what I spent each day and here. I'm kind of debating if I want to do bi-weekly check-ins. Let me know down below if that's something you would be interested in. So there's quite a few pages of that in here. And there is 2 pages in the back here after all of the weekly spreads that are blank, so I'm going to be using that to plan out my paycheck 1 and my paycheck 2. When I get a third paycheck, I don't know what I'm going to do because then it goes into the next month here. So I'll have to figure that out. But for right now, I just have 2 paychecks in January, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So that is what I'm using for my budget planner. Of course, some tools that I'm using is this clear acrylic sunglass holder as a cash tray. So that's what I'm going to be using for my cash stuffings. And then this is my calculator that I use to do all of my calculations on like how much money I can put into my sinking funds and whatnot. and then we will go into the binders. So this binder here is by Simpleshopz, and this is what I'm going to be using for my bills binder. I'm not going to be stuffing my bills with regular cash because I really don't see the point in taking out the money and putting it back in, because I trust myself enough to not touch that money. So I won't be taking it out, but I will be stuffing it with prop money just to give a representation of my whole paycheck for y'all, and just show you how I split all of my bills for my paycheck. So we have rent, we have car payment, we have insurance, car insurance, cell phone, utilities, subscriptions, which I don't really have any other than Canva, and then streaming, which I really wanted to get Crunchyroll, but streaming and subscriptions are probably going to be empty for a little while because I don't have those. And then student loans is going to be in this cute one that I made. These envelopes here are all by Kay's Wallet. This one I made by myself, and this one's also by Kay's Wallet. This is going to be my general credit card payment envelope. I just put all for debt. And then my P.O. box is here as well. So that is it for my bills binder. And I put my little calcifer cupcake here. So that is that one. Here, my blue binder is going to be all of my expenses, it's going to be all of my sinking funds plus my weekly expenses. So first off, of course, we have Enzo. He's always in the forefront of my binders just because he is my #1 priority. I must keep him fed, vet visits, buy him toys, all that stuff. So Enzo here, this envelope used to be for his food, but now I'm going to be using my groceries budget to buy him food when it is needed. So this envelope here is for any other needs that he that I need to buy for him, like toys or vitamins or stuff like that. So that's Enzo's. And then I also have a vet envelope for him. I used to have a pet emergency envelope as well, but I can kind of condensed those two categories into just vet, because usually when there is a pet emergency, it is for vet. Once I get this full for my vet visit, because it's usually about anywhere from $450 to $500, I might consider bringing the pet envelope back, but we shall see. And then I'm using this savings challenge, the 200 savings challenge by Spooky Budgets, to kind of keep me on track to save money for his vet bill. Just a fun way to do it. So I did this last year and I almost finished it, so that's why there's only one left to scratch off, and now I'm just kind of checking off the ones that I do now. So that's vet envelope. Then I have my health envelope here, which is for any co-pays that I have for dentist or my doctor's appointments. So that's what health is. And then car maintenance, pretty self-explanatory. Anything that needs to be done on my car, that's what this envelope's for. And then I have my groceries envelope here, and these ones here are all made by me. This one is by Baking Budgets. So I have my groceries one by Baking Budget, and then my gas one is also by Baking Budgets. This is the Christmas challenge I'm going to be starting off with this year in the beginning. It's called Christmas Sweets Low Income Savings Challenge, and this one is by Brianna Life and Budgets. Oh my gosh, is that how you say it? I think it is. I don't know. I don't think she has an Etsy anymore, so this is, unfortunately, it's not a savings challenge I could share for you to buy. But I think it's a good start for me for $270. And then this is my Christmas envelope, and this sticker is by Carla May. I believe it's still on her shop. So I just figured I'd just make this one my Christmas envelope. So that's that. And then This envelope here is going to be reserved for savings challenges. So I'm going to be tackling one savings challenge at a time. And so this current one that I have is called Bobear, and it's by the Booze Budget. And everything that I talk about in this video will definitely be linked down below. This one here is my hobbies envelope, and I am generally going to be using this for cosplay items that I need to purchase, as well as extra spending money for my D&D, which is Dungeons and Dragons game. So that's what that is for. Then I have wardrobe, which is pretty self-explanatory. And I just kind of decorated this envelope with some stickers that I love. This one I'm probably gonna really slowly build up because I don't buy clothing very often, but when I do need it, then I'm like, oh shoot, I don't have any money for it. So that's why I need to save up a little bit for it. And then I have my emergency, which I'm also doing like little savings challenges in here. And my plan is to do little savings challenges in this envelope and then transfer it over to my 1K savings challenge, which I will show you in a little bit. And then I have this envelope here, which is for my best friend's dress. She's giving me money to buy supplies and whatnot, so I'm only having her buy me give me money towards supplies, and the rest I'm going to be gifting to her as part of her wedding gift. So that's going to be fun. I'm really excited to work on that this year. And then this envelope here is to put money back that I spent on my credit card back into the bank. So that is my blue binder. This is definitely the main priority here. The next binder we have is my travel binder, which is called Adventure Awaits. And I really, really love this binder. If you have been on my channel before, you would know that my name used to be Rencat, so I still have Ren here. It's a nickname of mine. So yeah, let's get into it. Like I said, over the past year, I recognized that I love to travel, so I really do need to put money aside for the things that I travel for. So that's why this binder has become a priority in my budget, because I don't want to go straight to my credit card to pay for everything. So the first event that I have is coming up in February, which is Katsucon, and that is the anime convention that I go to every year. And I pretty much saved up for it. My minimum for it is 500, and that's what I got. So we have Katsucon, and then we have Girls Trip, which is going to be in the envelope where I'm going to be saving for my best friend's bachelorette party, which we are doing in Salem. So anyone has been to Salem, let me know what your favorite part of Salem was. I'm still looking for ideas to do there. So I'm putting money aside for the hotel, plus all the other stuff that comes with going to Salem. Then we have State Trip, which is for a fund to explore different states in the United States, because like I said before, I'm looking to move out of New York State. So that's what this envelope is for. Occasions is going to be for my friend's wedding. This is where I'm going to be saving up for it, and that is in October, so I have quite a bit of time. Vacation, which is a general vacation fund, which is going to be again this year for Las Vegas. I'm going to go again to the When We Were Young concert, so I'm very excited about that. So that's here. Then I have Spa Trip, which is a treat for myself. I definitely want to take care of myself this year, and this year is really going to be focused on self-discovery and discovering what I really love, as well as taking care of myself. Then we have Family Trip, and that is pretty self-explanatory. Any family trips we make, I'm going to be putting money in here. And then I have budget trackers for each one in the back there. So that is my travel binder, and I'm very pleased with how it came out. I really love it so much. My business binder, which is for my Etsy store, and I will go through it real quick.
Hey, quick interjection here. I just wanted to kind of speed past through this because the video is getting a little long. So this is basically all the envelopes that I have for my business binder, and I'm debating if I want to do Etsy cash stuffings. So please let me know in the comments down below if that's something you'd like to see.
So this is my 1K savings challenge. I just added these, but it is by Money Mochis. If you haven't checked her out, I'll have her link down below. But she's created this Sailor Moon savings challenge, and each one has a different Sailor Moon picture on it. So I'm very excited to attempt this again. I was trying to do it last year, but it didn't quite work out for me, so now we are doing it again. So this is where my emergency money that I save up in the mini saving challenges, I'm going to fill in this binder here. I'm hoping that I can get 1K by the end of the year, but if it is sooner, that would be awesome. So we have that one, and then hopefully at some point in the year, I really want to start this savings challenge book that I got from KTW Planning and Budgeting. It's so cute, and it's like a bunch of little anime girls, and each one you scratch off has the option to roll something from a polyhedral dice set. So it could be a D8, D12, so on and so forth. So I'm very excited. And then all of these pages are also envelopes, but I'm going to use this as a little extra savings challenge. Hopefully maybe it'll help go towards moving expenses if I want to move in the next year or two. But yeah, so this is the other savings challenge thing that I have right now. So I am trying to limit myself on all of my savings challenges because it can get a lot if you have a lot of savings challenges and very little money. So I want to try to focus on one thing at a time this year, because I can get very excited because everyone has such beautiful savings challenges. So I'm trying to be good. But yeah, so that is my setup, and I will just quickly go over my goals for the year, personal and financial. And these are my financial goals. So I would like to save 1K emergency this year. I would like to travel to 3 different states. I would like to save up $600 for my friend's bachelorette party in Salem. I would like to save up $500 for the wedding, $1,300 for Las Vegas, pay off 1 credit card, $400 in my Christmas fund, finish half of the Little Scratch and Roll Save book, which is this one. And I would like to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I want to save up $300 for my spa trip. So I know these goals are pretty big, but if I have them written down and I look at them, then I will make it come true, because I did this last year before I kind of went off the bandwagon, and I completed a lot of lofty goals that I didn't think I was going to complete. So that's why they are written down, and I am going to try my best to try to achieve them. With the way that my pay is right now, and mostly going to my bills, I'm going to have to really try and rely on my Etsy to help me reach some of these goals. So wish me luck. That is my 2024 financial goals for the year. Now, personal goals. I want to grow my Etsy. I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to train Enzo, which is my dog, to walk better on a leash. I want to try 1 new thing every month. I'm looking at maybe possibly doing pottery this month or in February. I want to establish a self-care day, which I want to try to do Mondays. I want to sew 1 cosplay costume and I want to find a state I want to live in this year, and I want to generally discover who I am again without a boyfriend and just me. So like I said before, this year I want it to be all about self-discovery, which is why I want to try one new thing every year, every month. It doesn't have to be expensive, but I want to dabble in a bunch of different things and figure out what I really love to do. So that is my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know this one is probably going to be a little bit on the long side, but I want to get all of my goals and say goodbye to 2023 at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of January. And I just want to say Happy New Year. I hope that everyone has set some goals that they want to achieve this year. If not, there's still plenty of time. I feel like January in general is a good month to just try to figure out what you want to do with this year and what you want to focus on. So never too late to make a plan for yourself. So yeah, I definitely hope that you meet all of your goals. If you want, please let me know down below 1 or 2 goals that you want to achieve this year. I'd be so curious to find out. As always, thank you so much for watching this video and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys, and I hope that you have a lovely day. Bye.